Hey, thanks for joining and welcome to Track Themes with me, Coach D from P3 LLC Fitness Function and Force, as well as the Prevail Athletic Training Academy. Listen, for the ones addicted to the fast lane, the athletes who stay laced up, locked in, chasing that next PR, it's time to spike up because this one is for you. We're going to talk track and field. I'll be highlighting several athletes over the upcoming episodes that I've had an opportunity to work with in the past, some currently. We'll also be discussing strength for speed, track specific strength work for track and field athletes. In other words, how to get stronger in the gym to run faster on the track. And I'll be sharing nutrition, motivational tips with you to help you out along the way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. First athlete we're going to discuss today is one of my favorite sprinters. I'm kind of biased. I've had a close up and personal relationship with this young man. His name is Colton Smith. And Colton currently runs for Ranger College. He had a pretty progressive, if you will, indoor to outdoor season. It kind of built up and then it culminated at the end. And we're going to talk about that shortly, but just a little background on Colton. So I met Colton when he was running with the Texas Cyclones. I'm a volunteer coach with the assistant coach with the Texas Cyclones. That program is out of League City and it's ran by, founded by Coach Reggie Taylor, who's one of the head coaches. And then the other head coach is Coach Alan Ware. And I'm one of the assistant coaches, volunteer, and they are both my mentors. So I'll talk more about how I got introduced to track and field a little later on, but I'm a track dad. I got two bookend daughters. I said later on, I might as well hit it now. I got two bookend daughters. I got four total, but two of my daughters, the bookend, the oldest and the youngest, were track and field athletes. And my youngest still runs. She's actually going to be on the podcast a little later on, so I'm not going to tell you too much about her, but she's running at the collegiate level. And I started assistant or volunteer coaching track and field with the oldest, and there was a lull in between the ages of my oldest and my youngest, so I was out of track and field for a time. And then my youngest, when she turned 7, and she decided she wanted to run, that gave me the opportunity to get back into this sport. And I'll just tell you, growing up playing football, growing up powerlifting, football was king when I was growing up. But I got to tell you, over the years, I've become addicted to track and field. And I am a track fiend, a track head, a track addict, whatever you want to call it, with these double entendres. But track and field is truly a sport that I've come to love. And this young man and I built a relationship from the club, but also he joined the program, the Strength for Speed program, along with many of the other high school seniors on last year. And there were about 10 athletes, 9 or 10 athletes total that train in the program. And I think 6 are running at the next level. So it was a pretty good program. Colton had some nagging injuries. So that's how the relationship began. He would ask me different, things about, how to, overcome some of the injuries he was dealing with. And then we kind of progressed from there and started doing some corrective exercising. And then we started working on his strength and working on his explosiveness and working on rate of force development, etc. And we just built a relationship over time. So for me to see this, that he's up in Ranger taking advantage of the opportunity that was afforded him, he set the school record. The interesting thing about this, Colton set the school record a week or two prior. And he ran, I believe, let me see what my research team got me. So back April 25th, 26th at the Joe Gillespie Invitational, Colton actually ran 10.87, okay? And that was a school record. So he broke the school record about a week or two prior. And then this run here, he broke his own record. So he set a new school record within as many weeks, 2 school records within a 2-week time frame, and ended up running 10.71. And we're proud of him, man. Progress is progress. He got a lot more in the tank. So I'm sure Colton's going to get that time down, because his high school PR was somewhere around 10.67. I don't want to lie, but I know it was faster than this. He ran his high school PR, or he ran his PR when he was in high school. So a lot of good things going to come from this young man. Let's take a look at some of his clips so you can see him in action and you can kind of understand. He has a beautiful drive phase, and his top end is pretty nice as well. He's lane 7. Got another clip of him. I think this is when he ran that 10.71.
Come on, move.
Look at that drive phase. And then he kind of gradually comes up top end, max speed, velocity. That's beautiful. And here's another angle so you can check him out. There's him out front. Applying that force into the ground. The ground is giving him that, reciprocating that force back to him. So I love it, man. He's a powerful guy. He's a pretty strong guy, but he's a track guy. He's not, football strong, but he is a strong track and field athlete, and I enjoy working with him. So kudos to my man, Colton Smith. He's back in town, and we're already back on it. So let's move right on. I got a little commercial break. Strength for Speed. Again, guys, that is the program for the Prevail Athletic Training Academy. This is what we do. Strength for Speed training for track and field athletes. We show athletes how to get stronger in the gym so that they can run faster on the track. It's not a be-all or end-all be-all for track and field athletes. It's a complementary program that complements what you're doing with your run coaches on the track. We do what we do in the gym so that you'll have 3 things. You'll have the ability to produce the force, and then we're going to produce that force. Rate of force development, all right, where we move weight fast, okay? And then we go to what we call RAN, R-A-N, rapid activation and neural drive overload. Some people call it rate coding, but we do some real special things there. It's the Strength for Speed program. Strength for Speed, track-specific workouts for track and field athletes. Get stronger in the gym so that you can run faster on the track. All right, back to the program. Next athlete that I want to highlight is my man Ulises Feliz. Ulises is another athlete that trained. Actually, he and Colton, the athlete we just discussed, Colton and he both trained together last summer. And I call this guy the silent assassin because he's kind of reserved. He's not a shy guy at all, not a shy athlete, but he's just reserved. He's not mouthy, you know what I'm saying? He's not boisterous. He's not loud. He gets on the track and he lets his performance do the talking. And he's a junior now. And this guy, since he's a freshman, I mean, he's always had ability. He's always shown flashes of, I call it greatness, but, he's just on a path now. He's on a trajectory now that I don't think is going to be into denying him when it comes to next year. But let's talk about his junior year. This is his first time. He competed in state. He was a 300-meter state finalist. He currently attends LaPorte High School and in Houston, or in LaPorte, but it's all the Houston area, Houston and surrounding area. But first year in competing in state, and I believe he got 5th overall. But man, that doesn't speak to who he is as an athlete. This guy is a complete terror, and I'm sure his club coach, don't know his high school coach, but I know his club coach, Coach Allen Ware, Was very, very proud of him, as we all were, because he is still a Texas Cyclone. So we enjoyed watching one of our own accomplish what he's accomplished over the season. Let's just kind of take a look at his summary or take a look at his resume over the season. So let's start February 28th. Barbers Hill Eagle Relays. He ran 38:25. March 8th at A&M, 37:86. And that was in the preliminaries. The finals, he ran 38:56. All right. Then we go to the regional rounds. Looks like April 18th, he ran 38:23. But April 19th, the day following, he PR'd in the finals at regionals. He ran a 37:58. Then we go down to the state meet, which was a couple of weeks ago, May 3rd. He ran 38:12, placed 5th overall in the finals. So he's a state finalist. We're proud of this young man. I can't remember what the time was, but I believe if he would have ran 37, his PR in the finals, man, he could have probably medaled. I'll have to have my research team check the stats on that. So don't hold me to it. But nevertheless, we don't want to take anything away from what he did accomplish, which was he made it all the way to state. And y'all know Texas is hot. It's a different kind of heat in Texas. And I'm talking track and field, not even talking temperature. But he did his thing. And next year, I don't believe this guy is going to be denied the podium. Unless it's something unforeseen, unplanned, that occurs. And we definitely don't want that to happen. We want him to stay healthy. He's back out on the track with the Cyclones for the summer. Got a chance to chop it up with him this past weekend on Saturday and saw him in a 200-meter race, just kind of shaking off the rust, if you will. And matter of fact, I'll share some of that with you. But let's look at him in the hurdles first, and then we'll take a look at what he did on Saturday. So here's one of his races. Inside lane, just keep paying attention. You'll see him attack. It's him on the inside. You'll see how aggressive he is once you get a forward view. That's him. He will not be denied. Love it. All right. Now let me show you what he did on Saturday. So this is the 12th. So just a couple of days ago. What was that? 10th? All right. This is him out on the track. Turn his music down. Hold on. I'll look at you. That's him. Green and white. Love it. So that is my man, Ulises. And he says, summer track is back. So get silly. So I guess we're going to see him go bananas, if you will, this summer. And I'm looking forward to it. I got one more athlete I want to highlight. And let me see. I got the coach's clipboard right here. It's from my research team, my research team of one. But nevertheless, I want to talk about this next athlete. I just got these stats on last night from the athlete himself. So let's go to this next slide. So this athlete that I'm going to talk to you about, I'm not going to tell you which one on the list yet. If you know, you know. If you don't, you just got to hold on. But this athlete is another one of the athletes from last year's special group, man. Like I said, that last year's group they were different. They were a different kind of animal. And this young sprinter is a late bloomer. This young sprinter I'm about to talk about was a high school basketball player. And as I understand it, from his mom, he grew up playing basketball. He was an AAU basketball, player and that sort of thing. And I believe basketball was his primary sport. But our head coach, Coach Reggie Taylor, came out for track and Coach Reggie noticed that this guy got some wheels, and started working with him as a runner. And this was his junior year. That's just how late in the game it was. It was his junior year, and he showed some flashes of being able to do some some really good stuff. But man, his senior year, he took it to a whole nother level, and he got a scholarship opportunity late, but nevertheless, he got an opportunity to run at the next level, to continue running. And that's after discovering, I used to play with him all the time and tease him, say, man, you know what, you so green in this thing. I don't think you really know how fast you can be or how fast you really are. We still don't know because you're learning how to run. But he's making the best of his opportunity. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about this guy right here, Ricky Young, UTRGV. So as you see, this is outdoors, and I'm not sure what event because I just got it last night on a text. He texted to me. So I'll do some research and probably circle back or put it in the comments later. Ricky Young, 10.37, positive 2.7 win. All right, I think we're back in action. Okay, so let's take a look at the next slide. So look at this cat, man. I mean, he still doesn't know how fast he is. Men's 200-meter dash. Ricky got wheels. We call him Ricky, or Pretty Ricky. Ricky ran 20.79. So that's just pretty good, man. And I got the information late, but I did want to give him a shout out. Just let him know we see you, buddy. Thank you for sending the information to me. And listen, all y'all track and field athletes out there, it doesn't matter if you're in high school, doesn't matter if you are collegiate, if you want an opportunity to showcase, spotlight your resume, you want to send me some information, let me know the good things you're doing on the track. I also want some personable type, information from some of these track and field artists or track and field athletes. Let me know what you're doing in the community. I know a lot of you trying to build up your stats for recruitment and that sort of thing. So you're doing a lot of community service type work. Let me know some of the good things that you're out there doing. Send me some clips. Engage with us on social media across all of the socials. I'm on IG at Prevail Performance Plus. Prevail Performance Plus. That's on IG. TikTok is P3LLC. That's P, the letter P, the number 3, and then LLC, P3LLC on TikTok. And let's interact, let's engage. There'll be a lot of more interviews coming. This is the first episode, so we're just now getting out here, just trying to see what this whole podcast and live streaming and broadcast streaming and all of this kind of stuff is about, man, so that I can stay connected with all of you, but at the same time highlight some of these track and field athletes, give them some shine, put the spotlight on them to show other track and field athletes at the collegiate level, or I should say high school level, who desire to be collegiate athletes, man. Show y'all what it takes, highlight and interview some of these athletes so that they can talk to y'all directly. And I look forward to keep doing this thing, man. So if you like this first episode, you can comment. If you don't like the first episode, you can comment as well. Just kind of tell me, make this thing yours. Help me form it, help me shape it. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know what could be done better. All right. Over time, it's going to progress. So I'm all about progressing. A little step forward tomorrow is still progress. It doesn't always have to be a home run. It doesn't always have to be a touchdown. If you can just keep the chains moving, that is still progress. So without further ado, man, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, man. But thank y'all for letting me come to you live, highlight and showcase some of the athletes from around the camp. And I look forward to engaging with y'all in the future. I'm out.